Hey guys, hey friends, Diane Michael here from After Mom and Universe Nudge, and I'm just wrapping up my Tuesday night, February 23rd, and I'm so thankful for Norma and the New York City Motherless Daughters group on Facebook, and for the women that joined me tonight in our After Mom workshop. There was a lot that we were able to discuss and go over, and I just thought it would be appropriate to kind of sum it up right here for those of you that missed it. Basically, I was able to have the platform to just talk about my story and how I came to write After Mom. But some of the key factors were, how do we keep mom's memory alive in the best way? And there were some comments about how people that have recently lost their mom, how they have communicated their grief to friends, and the friends can't relate sometimes, and how does that feel? And I just implore anyone going through that situation to just keep talking about it. And if they're uncomfortable or if they don't understand, that's their path and that's their journey. And I think that it's something that as long as you feel comfortable with it, if the other person doesn't feel comfortable and you feel that they're not comfortable, it's up to you if you want to continue to talk. But if you feel compelled to share your story with someone, or your grief or your sadness, it's not always pretty, but it's beautiful because you're processing. And I think that you should continue doing that. Another comment that was brought up is that I went over one of my insights, which is to write a letter to mom. And that when I did that in my journey, that so much anger came out that I didn't realize was there. I didn't realize I was angry at her for abandoning me. Although she didn't abandon me, she died, but I still subconsciously and consciously took it as abandonment. And then that showed up in different parts of my world on how I chose to leave relationships and or friendships. And in my writing a letter, in the time that I wrote a letter to my mom, that anger came out, and I didn't realize how upset I was at her for dying. And I had to really process those emotions and bring them to the surface and get them out by writing a letter. And so what can you do to get some thoughts out? You can write mom a letter. You can write a song. You can talk into, your voice recorder on your phone and just see where it goes. You can meditate and picture that you're actually sitting across from her and tell her all of the things that come up in naturally and organically. You can paint, you can draw, but getting those feelings up and out it's very healthy. For 18 years, I kept things underneath the surface, and that created a lot of health ailments personally, physically and emotionally. Another comment that was said is, and I've talked about this before, and I really want to actually go into it because I think it's pretty powerful, is going and talking to yourself at the age that your mom died. So I was almost 20. And so I've meditated on that, and I've gone backwards, and I've talked to that little 19-year-old girl who I think is still inside of me. Of course, she's still inside of me. But I reassured her, and I loved on her, and I hugged her. I did this in a meditative state, but you can do it in journaling. You can do it in meditating. You can do it, before you go to sleep. But if you, give that little girl, hold her hand, skip with her, talk to her, let her know, what her journey is going to be like. Give her a big hug. Those are just a few of the things that we covered in the workshop. It was totally free. I highly recommend the New York City Motherless Daughters. We had a woman joining us from India. It was really special, and it's amazing how we're able to connect so wonderfully with the 21st century and all this technology. And so I'm thankful for that. We also talked about what we were thankful for in our mothers and ways that what she taught us. And my gratitude tonight was for the resilience that I learned from watching her fight cancer for 10 years. And I certainly have a lot of resilience in my world. And I know that that is a direct result of her teachings for me. So just wanted to kind of give you guys a little overview of some of the things that we discussed. And of course, next time, I hope that you guys can join us. As always, thanks for continuing to watch, comment, share, post, like, all of that good stuff. So talk to you next time.